Hello, my name is Pat. I'm here representing my investors in order to purchase your magazine, Outsider. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Kate, and I welcome you to this process. But let's get straight to the point. I kind of believe that the synergies that your company is capable of creating with your expertise and also with the outreach that you have with the customers, we can kind of increase the revenues. Well, let's say we can double the revenues in the next financial year. So, based on this valuation, I believe that my company is worth something like $600,000.
Unfortunately, we know that over the past years you have just been breaking even, so we predict that we are only able to save like 250K, so that's not a good price.
Yeah, okay. I kind of understand your view, but what if we go online rather than just sticking with the magazine? Well, with this, we may be able to generate around $600,000 in income, and we are going to decrease some costs.
Yeah, sure, that's a good idea, but what you currently have now is basically a domain name and a shell. So that's not enough. There is not much development done so far, and we would have to spend an additional 4,000 just to get into standard thing.
Well, as you may know, I do have another offer on the table for a greater amount, so I really have to think. And let's say, would you consider an all cash $600,000 offer? Because based on your profit calculations, in less than 2.5 years, in fact, a little than that, you are recovering your investment. The way I see, it's a great deal for you. In the first year, you will make something like 200 to 50,000, and next year you will probably make more profit because you already have the experience, you already have the know-how, so you are going to probably increase it. So maybe even within 2 years, you can recover the entire amount of your investment.
That's a good idea, Kate, but to be honest with you, 400K is as close as I would get. So it's the maximum amount that I can spend. The other partner, Helen, we know that she hasn't been getting the fair income, so.
Well, but unfortunately, we are not the only shareholders. We do have other shareholders, and as I said, we also have another offer on the table. And unless that it's better than our current offer, we may not be able to agree with your deal. Let's try to look at it maybe from another angle. For $100,000, I sell you the company, and on top of that, I make, let's say, 12% royalty on the profits for the next 5 years.
Well, I can offer you a 10% of the net for the next 2 years. That's as I can go.
Well, I will need at least 4 years. I'm sorry.
How about we make it a figure, let's say a round figure, 50,000 over 3 years.
Could we take 100,000 for 3 years?
Well, that's about what I can offer.
You are offering me almost the same amount as the another investor, so there isn't really much incentive for me to sell you the company. So in particular, of course. So let's say if you give me a better incentive, it will be possible. But my other alternative would be $500,000 all cash.
Well, that's a lot of money. Let me counter propose with 470K.
There there are other stalkers involved in my company, and as I already told you, it's not just me, and they also can vet you the deal, and you will still have to go back to the step one and lose all the negotiation that we already have done.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pushing for the 500k. I'm sorry, all cash offer. However, if you get closer to it, let's say for 70, and you give me some incentives, which you, let's say, pay within a year or two, I will be able to convince them.
Well, okay. I don't mean to be difficult, but I'm already at the maximum of where I can possibly negotiate. I'm very sorry.
So 500,000 is the maximum, right?
Yeah.
So what if you give us 500,000 and then we structure a profit sharing agreement in place for 3 years?
Yeah. I think that's a good proposal. Let me do some math. Let me think about it. You said okay, 4,000 plus okay, profit agreement. Let's say this profit agreement, let's settle on 9% of the profit sharing.
10% if I have to.
I would love to, but I'm afraid let me do some math, but yeah, I'm afraid that's off my limits.
It's not being easy.
No.
I'm trying to get another perspective, and as you know, my sister-in-law is sick, and she didn't get the fair income, as you already told me, and I really would love to protect her rights and her interests. So furthermore, I think that it will be a good idea if she can work for you in your company with a decent salary plus the health insurance. What do you think?
Yeah, I think okay, it makes sense. First of all, it makes sense. But let's wrap up the idea here. Let me see if I understood correctly. You want 400,000 in cash plus 9% of the profit sharing for 3 years,
Exactly.
right? Plus a job for your sister that covers all the health expenses for her.
Exactly, that's what I want.
Yeah, sure. I think that's a solid offer. So I think we have a deal. Yeah.